Okay, let's unpack that feeling we all know. You think about getting some exercise, maybe it's been a while, or maybe it's brand new to you, and suddenly it feels like this massive undertaking, right?
Yeah, like you need to climb Everest tomorrow or something.
Exactly. Like you need to sign up for some crazy challenge right away. But there's this quote that really hits home. You don't have to be extreme, just consistent. Movement is medicine.
Oh, that quote really sets the tone for what we're exploring today. It's a great reminder, isn't it, that the amazing benefits of moving your body aren't just for, super athletes.
Exactly. And to help us figure out how to actually get started with that consistency, we've got some really helpful resources. We're going to dig deep into Dr. Surta Ramvishnoi's beginner exercise routine and weekly plan.
Which is part of his Your Health Deserves a Lifeline series.
Right. And we're also going to pull out some super practical advice from the Exercise Routines for Beginners, Your First Step to Fitness audio segment from Lifelines by Suprematic.
Yeah, our goal here is to really boil down the most important and doable steps for you if you're wanting to get more active without feeling, well, completely overwhelmed by it all.
And the best news, you absolutely don't need a pricey gym membership or a garage full of equipment to begin. This is all about making movement fit into your life, right where you are.
Absolutely. So let's maybe start by thinking about the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
Why does exercise actually matter? It's easy to think it's all about how we look.
Right, that focus on appearance. But these sources really emphasize that exercise is about your total wellness. It's so much bigger than just what you see on the outside.
And what's fascinating here is just how many things are improved by exercise. We're talking
Mm.
about your cardiovascular health, that's the health of your heart and blood vessels, which is fundamental for everything else.
Definitely. And you also build stronger muscles and bones, which support your body and, well, help prevent injuries as we get older.
And we can't forget about managing your weight in a healthy way, which can have a knock-on effect on so many other aspects of your health.
Plus, and I think this is huge, the impact on your mental well-being and your mood. Moving your body isn't just physical. It gives your brain a fantastic boost, too.
That connection between being active and feeling good mentally is really powerful. And on top of that, many people find they have more energy and sleep better, which are things, let's be honest, we can all appreciate.
Definitely. Who wouldn't want more energy and better sleep? And the sources also point out how crucial exercise is in lowering your risk of chronic illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, that idea that movement is medicine really rings true. Being regularly active isn't just something you might do. It's a proactive step you can take that can really add quality to your years.
Okay, so we know why it matters. But the big question for many is, where do I even begin? What are some of the first things our sources recommend for taking that initial step?
Well, the very first and perhaps most important thing, as Dr. Vishnoi points out, is to have a chat with your doctor if you have any existing health issues or injuries. It's always wise to get their input before starting, any new exercise routine.
That makes total sense. Safety first.
Yeah.
And then it's all about easing into it, right? No need to go from 0 to 60 overnight.
Exactly. The guidance really stresses the importance of starting slowly and truly listening to what your body is telling you. Pay attention to how you feel and don't push yourself too hard, especially right at the beginning.
And practical things like wearing comfortable clothes and shoes that give you support might seem obvious, but they can really make your first attempts at exercise much more enjoyable and safer.
Yeah, and staying hydrated. Drinking enough water is always important, of course, but especially when you're moving more.
And before you even start your main activity, the sources emphasize warming up. Just a few minutes of gentle movement can really prepare your body.
Yeah, get things moving. We're talking about things like gentle neck rolls, shoulder circles, maybe some side bends.
Marching in place or taking a slow walk, arm swings, toe touches.
Exactly, those
Yeah.
kinds of things. The idea is just to get your joints moving and warm up your muscles to help avoid getting hurt. It prepares the body.
Right, gets it ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so warm up first. Then the second key part is cardio, aiming for about, 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes to start. This is where you get your heart rate up a bit.
So things like brisk walking, indoors or outdoors works, jogging in place even.
Or dancing, that's always a fun one. Or even just using a bottom step for step-ups.
Right. The key thing is starting at a pace that feels comfortable and then maybe gradually increasing either how fast you're going or for how long.
And what's great here is how accessible these activities are. Most people can do these things without needing any special equipment or going anywhere specific.
Okay, so that's cardio. The third component is strength training, and the recommendation is to do this about 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times. And look, for beginners, strength training doesn't mean lifting super heavy weights. The focus is on using your own body weight for resistance.
Body weight exercises,
Yeah.
which can be surprisingly effective. Things like squats are great, and the guide even suggests using a chair for support if you need it at first.
Wall push-ups are another excellent option, as are lunges or step-ups. And if you happen to have them, resistance bands or very light dumbbells can be added in, but they're definitely not essential to begin.
Okay. And how many?
The sources suggest starting with just 1 or 2 sets of doing each exercise, maybe 8 to 10 times. Keep it manageable.
And the weekly plan gives some specific examples for those days, doesn't it?
It does. Like day 2 focuses on squats, wall push-ups, glute bridges, and holding a plank. Day 5 includes step-ups, lunges, and a plank again, plus some crunches or sit-ups for the core.
Got it. So a really practical set of exercises to start building some basic strength. What's the fourth part?
The fourth part is all about flexibility and stretching. This is so important for improving how well you can move, your range of motion, and reducing any stiffness you might feel.
So things like rolling your shoulders, stretching your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, your calves, your chest.
Yeah, and even trying some gentle yoga-like poses. The sources mention cat-cow and child's pose.
And the important thing with stretching is to hold each stretch for about, say, 10 to 20 seconds. And remember to breathe deeply while you're doing it.
Definitely. It's not about bouncing or forcing anything, just a gentle hold.
Okay. And the fifth and final component.
That's the cool down and some deep breathing. You should aim for about 3 to 5 minutes at the end of your activity.
Right. This is key for letting your heart rate come down gradually. Slowing your movements down, maybe slow walking, and taking those deep belly breaths helps to calm your nervous system. Helps with recovery, too.
Exactly. It's a gentle way to signal to your body that you're finished with the main activity and can also help prevent some of that muscle soreness later on.
Okay, so we've got the 5 parts. Warm-up, cardio, strength, flexibility, cool down. Now, how does this all fit together into a weekly plan for someone who's, truly brand new to exercise?
Well, the sources give us a really straightforward sample 7-day schedule that's perfect for absolute beginners. It's designed to be manageable and includes all those key components we've just talked about.
Okay, let's take a look. Monday is a 15-minute brisk walk, followed by 5 minutes of stretching. That sounds like a nice, gentle way to kick off the week?
Yeah, exactly. Tuesday is set aside for that body weight strength training. And like we mentioned, it refers back to that day 2 routine. Squats, wall push-ups, glute bridges, plank.
Wednesday is interesting. It's called active recovery. Options like dancing or yoga for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Right. It's gentle movement that helps blood flow and recovery without being too taxing. Keeps you moving, but maybe in a more fun or relaxing way.
Thursday is a rest day, or maybe just a very light walk. Give the body a chance to recover.
Essential. Then Friday is a combination, a walk plus some lighter strength exercises, maybe a shorter version of that day 5 routine. Step-ups, lunges, plank, maybe some crunches.
Okay. And Saturday?
Saturday focuses purely on flexibility and breathing for around 15 minutes. Really emphasizes that recovery and just checking in with how your body feels.
And Sunday sounds nice, an opportunity to get outside for a longer walk or maybe a bike ride, if that's accessible. A good way to wrap up the week.
Yeah, it's a good structure. But it's really important to remember, as the sources emphasize, that this is just a sample plan. You should absolutely adjust it to fit your own current fitness level, what you actually enjoy doing, and what feels right for your body.
That adaptability is key. Now, safety has to be the top priority, right?
Right.
What are some of the key things to keep in mind to stay safe as you begin this journey?
The guidance is very clear on this. Wearing comfortable shoes that provide good support and breathable clothing that's essential for preventing discomfort and potential injuries.
And staying well hydrated, as we mentioned. Crucial.
Definitely. And again, that point about checking in with your doctor if you have any pre-existing health conditions. So important to get advice specific to you.
Absolutely. And perhaps one of the most vital points is to really listen to your body. There's a normal muscle soreness you might feel after exercising, but that's different from actual pain, isn't it?
Huge difference. If you feel anything sharp or something that doesn't feel right or doesn't go away, stop what you're doing and rest. Don't push through sharp pain.
Good advice. And it's so easy, especially with social media these days, to fall into the trap of comparing your progress to others. The sources caution against that.
Strongly. They stress that everyone's journey with fitness is unique. Just focus on your own progress, your own consistency, and acknowledge and celebrate the milestones you reach, no matter how small they might seem initially.
That's such a valuable reminder. Okay, now let's get to what's often the toughest part for many. How do you actually stick with it when you're just starting out? building that consistent habit can be a real challenge.
It really can. But the sources offer some really practical tips that can make a big difference. First off, setting goals that are actually achievable, realistic ones.
So instead of saying, I'm going to exercise for an hour every single day, maybe start with something like, I'm going to move for 20 minutes 3 times this week. Is that the idea?
Exactly that. Breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps makes it feel much less overwhelming. And keeping track of what you're doing, maybe just in a notebook or using an app, can be really motivating.
Because you can actually see your progress, right? Even if it's just little by little each week.
Precisely. And having some kind of accountability can also be incredibly helpful. That could be asking a friend to join you sometimes, finding a fitness group online, or even just setting reminders for yourself on your phone.
Little nudges.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so important to acknowledge and celebrate those small wins, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You went for that walk even when you weren't really feeling it. That's a win. You stuck to your plan for the week. Celebrate it. As the guide reminds us, being consistent is way more important than being perfect, especially at the start.
The audio segment adds some really tangible suggestions, too, like keeping your workout clothes and shoes somewhere visible.
Yeah, like a visual prompt. Out of sight, out of mind sometimes, right? Putting on music or a podcast you enjoy can make the time fly by. And the idea of rewarding yourself for sticking with it, just maybe not with food rewards, can be a positive reinforcement.
Finding someone to exercise with can also make it more enjoyable and help you stay committed, right?
Definitely. A workout buddy can make a huge difference for some people.
All those are really great, actionable ideas to help keep that motivation going. And I really like how Dr. Vishnoi frames movement, not as something you have to do, but as a form of self-respect and mental renewal.
That way of thinking about it is so powerful, isn't it? It shifts the focus from it being a chore or an obligation to something positive you're choosing to do for yourself. It's self-care, really.
It's about starting with what feels possible for you right now, and understanding that your ability and capacity will naturally increase over time. There's no need to dive into anything extreme.
Absolutely. As the sources reiterate, you don't need to run marathons or lift huge weights to experience the significant benefits of regular movement. It's about finding what you enjoy, what works for you, and just being consistent with it.
So to kind of wrap things up here, the big takeaway from this deep dive seems to be that starting a consistent exercise routine doesn't have to be this complicated, scary thing that demands intense effort from day one.
Not at all. Small, regular amounts of movement can truly make a huge difference in how you feel overall, both physically and mentally.
And with that in mind, we have a final thought, maybe a little challenge for you, building on that listener challenge mentioned in the Lifeline segment.
Yeah, we encourage you to commit to just 10 minutes of movement every single day this week. That could be a walk around the block, some gentle stretching first thing in the morning, putting on some music and dancing in your living room.
Or even just marching in place while you're listening to this, maybe. The point is, remember, especially when you're just starting out, consistency is far more important than intensity.
Take those 10 minutes each day and really pay attention to how even that small amount of movement makes you feel. Consider this your starting point, your foundation.
A foundation to build on. And as Dr. Vishnoi so well advocates, it's all about embracing those simple, science-backed practices to build health and vitality that lasts a lifetime.